50 secrets in Roblox Dress to Impress. We're going to be going over 50 secrets in this game, surrounding this game, and everything involved with it. If you haven't, hit the like button. I asked for a like on this one. These secret videos take a little while to edit, not even gonna lie. It does take some time. So guys, hit the like button, subscribe if you love Dress to Impress, and we are going to dive into 50 secrets in this game from top to bottom, and it is going to be very jam-packed. But first and foremost, let's start with a couple right at the go. And we're gonna go with our first one on the list here, which is behind the nail tech. You can actually click and get a set of red nails. So if we come here, we can click this right here, which says put on, and then we will have these nails right here. Now, if you thought that was crazy, there's a couple things that is even more surprising regarding secret nail sets and things you can get that will be going on later on in the list. But there's our first one. One down out of 50. Only 49 more to go. So the next one, we're just going to transition right into the next one, and that is going to be the secret basement here. So once we go here, we got the secret basement. And yeah, this is the secret basement where Lana was and everything. This place is super strange, not going to lie. It is definitely a little strange, but the next one on the list, and I thought I would also do this since codes are kind of secretive. I thought I would maybe include a couple codes that perhaps some of you guys watching have not inputted in the game and acquired the items and specialties from. So a couple of these will just be some of the codes because I thought it did kind of make sense to add that. So one of the codes for the third one on the list here for secrets is going to be this one right here. So let's go ahead and put that in. That is going to be your first code in this secret list because they technically give you secret items. So I don't know. I didn't want to comprise the whole list of codes, so I'm just going to throw a couple in just in case people, like this one is a new one. So like perhaps there's a chance you don't have this one yet. So that's the third one. Now let's go to the fourth one, which also involves this secret basement here. This secret basement is pretty obvious. Lana's cages got removed. And why did it get removed? Well, the Lana cages got removed due to parental concerns. Yes. However, the devs said this does not impact the lore. I can't help but think it does. It still impacts the lore. I can't help but think it does. So that's why the cages technically got removed, is because of parental concerns. I don't know. You tell me. That seems a little weird. But that be the case, let's move on to the fifth one, which is Lana's diary. What does it fully mean? Over here is a little bit of Lana's diary. Are you hearing me? At the previous journal entries are deceive. Please trust me. And we got an L, which is Lana there. So this is her diary. Now, this isn't the only time you're going to see her diary or the only entry with her diary. As we dive deeper into the secrets, especially in this video specifically, you're going to see. So there's 5 to kickstart us all. 45 more. Let's get started. Number 6 is going to be the secret Lana image, or something you could find in the game from free play mode. This is incredibly interesting because it dictates and shows something truly terrifying above Lana there. This is one of the many images that we can go back and look at that just is eerie in its own way and unsettling. And honestly, this had to be on the list as a secret because in order to access this, you had to jump out of the map and jump around to get to a secret location to find this from free play mode. It had to make it. This is just weird, I'm telling you. Number 7 on the list, I wanted to dive into the secret backstory of Lana. You know, Lana was recruited because Lana had piled up a massive amount of medical debt due to an unknown chronic illness that even required chemotherapy. In Lana's words, she says, "I don't know for sure. I went through chemotherapy and one of my photographs shows my journey through it." And she, you know, this referencing the photos that you can see pinned throughout the various boards in the salon. They paid Lana very well and even offered to cover all of her medical debt. So, of course, she's going to accept the offer. So, transitioning right into 8, we should talk about her true story. You know, where and how, who is Lana? Her name is Lana, obviously. She's known as the Nail Lady. She has come here to say she's tired of doing people's nails 24/7 with no reward. As you know, upon clicking on the diary in the target list, you would receive realistic long toenails and fingernails. Many have speculated that this hints to her expiration of doing people's nails. She would prefer to make people or players ugly instead of personally leaving. So things are really taking a dementing turn for Lana's story, and something is not being said here, and something is not being expressed fully. Going into 9, we have more updated images of her diary that we can look at, and it is incredibly interesting, including a target list up there that is, well, eerie, and all players are on that target list as well. I will set fire to this. Terrible Nail Studio. Like, this is interesting to see how she's saying in the diary that she hates it here and she just despises the salon now. What really triggered this and what caused all this is a question we still ask. Transitioning to number 10, we can see some old photos of her past. These photos are clearly in like different coloring to kind of show you that it was in the past, and we can look over and see a little bit of Lana's history in this one. And here we can get a full body image of a lookalike of Lana that apparently exists in the lore. In transitioning to 12, we can see Lana's salon after she was allegedly fired, and boxes are just sitting there. Going to 13, if we look at the board, we can see some missing person reports and the old photos that we just discovered and went over. On the 14th one on this list, we go back and look at a removed item now. At the beginning of this video, we looked at the long nails that you can click and receive. However, this got removed was the bad long toenails, kind of implying that Lana was just trying to make people look a little weird. And these long toenails definitely, they were called the baddie toenails, I believe. This is a removed item now. Super weird. Next is another code that we can put into the game. I did say I wanted to include a couple codes throughout this list, so as we're diving into the Lana lore and just secrets across Dress to Impress, this is just something that I'm going to include. This is also a newer code of one of the newest updates, so chances are you might not have put this code in yet, and I definitely suggest doing so as you get some really cool stuff from these newer codes that just got introduced to the game. Next up is the 16th secret on this list, and that is Lana's meat room. People call it the meat room. It had a key inside of it. This is now retired. I don't believe you can access it in the game. I could be wrong, but this was incredibly interesting to the lore and expanding upon it. 17 is just the monster at the end of Lana's gallery. This thing is eerie. 18 is perhaps what is Lana's dead body. I don't know. It looks as if something is going on here, and it doesn't look like anything pleasant whatsoever. There's definitely a lot of stuff surrounding rituals, demons, and things in this lore that just get so weird. Getting back to the secret basement, I wanted to touch on the entry door. To access this door, it's not far from the salon area. It's actually in the same general area. You just walk through the door and you can get in. I did show this at the beginning of the video, but this is the secret door and where you go through. A lot of the secret rooms or access points in Dress to Impress, you just walk right through, and that's how you would also be granted access to the meat room or the portal room and stuff of that sort. So getting to 20, I almost forgot the portal room. I believe this is currently retired from the game as well. I haven't personally tried recently to go to the portal room, but this was another room where you would hop up and jump through and have access to it. In some of the previous updates as well, I don't believe it's in any of the current ones. I haven't looked too deeply, but you could see multiple Lanas around the map. Sort of creepy. She would just be spawned everywhere around the map, and yeah, that's a little weird. The Lana lore expands even further when you find a Roblox account called Lana Does Nails. This is a real Roblox account. You can find it, you can click on it and gain access to it. So moving to 23, let's look deeper into this account and see what the secret message here that is regarding Lana. Everything started to change when I realized remnants of me resided in her. I do not host anything as a surprise. Everything is unannounced. So weird. So as we get deeper and darker into the lore, let's look at another code. Another newer code that was introduced to the game that you can put in that can grant you with a new item and something very nice. You know, while we're looking at some of the Lana secrets throughout this list, because these are some of the bigger secrets in Dress to Impress, it's only right to lighten it up a little bit with the codes. And I thought this was a great thing as well, just lightening up the load with the codes. So, okay. Also on the Lana Does Nail page, going for the 25th one here, there's a secret game called Forest. It's also connected to Lana. So explaining a little bit about the 26th here is the Forest is practically its own horror game expanded from Dress to Impress. In this game, it shows you the dark truth of her life. To start the game, you have to find the activation portal in the lobby, which leads which needs 4 people to start. After 4 people have got on it, it teleports you to a dark maze where you have to escape her lookalikes. Once you make it to the end, it teleports you to Dress to Impress, where you're given a torn dress. Yeah. It's kind of weird. We expand to 27 on the list here by talking about one of the badges, which is titled Last Serenade, which shows you have completed all the trials and secrets and unveiled a little bit of her story. However, it's unknown if we'll ever find the real Lana. So another game that you would find on our page that is incredibly weird is a game called Questionnaire. What is this? What does it mean? Well, transitioning to the 29th secret, diving deeper into the Questionnaire secret, it's a game also created by Lana Does Nail, part of the Dress to Impress lore. In this game, Lana has a chair in the middle to sit down, and she would sometimes join the game. When Lana was in the game, you could ask her questions, and she would also sometimes interview YouTubers in the game or host events. The game is open to all and has a server limit of 200, which means when an event happens, the player would have needed to join quickly to ask any questions or be a part of it. The badges in this one is also interesting as the 30th secret here, as it can also depict messages themselves that, well, ask a lot of questions despite a lot of questions being answered. And this one going into the 31 secret is one of the bigger games in question, and that is no other than the Fortress. As we go into 32, we dive a little bit into the Fortress in another game that is made by Lana Does Nails. In this game, there's a lot of doors that you can go through to unravel the mysteries of Lana a little bit further. This game will be for Chapter 2 for the Lana lore and will be fully out soon, as it's stated on the Dress to Impress wiki. But, this game does reveal a lot. You can find some of the secret codes in this game to also... that's how you find a lot of the new codes that was added to the game. You have to kind of go on a scavenger hunt. Which we did a full video on that as well. But yeah, this one is super weird. 33 is another code I thought we would add, and that would be, of course, Creek. It's just Creek. It's a very simple code that you can put in to get Creek Craft's hat in the game. I thought this was really interesting that they added a code for Creek into the game. So that's just kind of cool. Cool for him, good for him, and good for all of us, the players, to get a new item. Proceeding forth onto the next one, once more, the Fortress has many badges worth obtaining and looking into for the meaning of it. A lot of the badges in the Fortress specifically have a lot of story-revealing little subtle hints and, mysteries being unfolded towards us. So it's definitely worth completing and obtaining these badges so you can look for the meanings deeper. Next up on the games that Lana Does Nails have uploaded is no other than the Gallery. Going into 36 and explaining a little bit, this is a game that allows you to explore the gallery of Lana, and she has many monsters watching her over the course. It seems like she has a lot attached to her, and if you go too far in this game, you will be very surprised. So do not keep walking till the clock stops ticking. And as you guessed, going on to the next one, the badges on this one get even creepier. Some saying nothing is made, nothing disappears, the same changes at the same places, never stopping. Very, very weird. Yeah, and some of the badge images is also just eerie. Throughout the gallery, we are going to see many images, and some of them, there's like over 20 images throughout the gallery that you can look at, each telling you, and if you join this game and look at them all, we will cover some of them, but wow. 39, let's highlight a few of them here, since it definitely is worth highlighting in my opinion. So if we look at one here, right away, we can already tell this is getting creepy, very creepy. Next one is yet another creepy one. I think we discussed this a little earlier as well, finding it in the free play mode. I don't know. This one appears as if Lana has been possessed. Her eyes are all blacked out, and it just looks eerie. And yeah, the mannequins, I don't know. 42, and this one warns you not to go deeper into the gallery, and rightfully so. I wouldn't recommend anybody go deeper in this gallery. Going on to 43, we see mannequins surrounding in a circle formation of sort, as if another ritual almost is being performed here in the gallery itself. And of course, the monster at the end here. This, I don't know. Something is really got a hold of Lana, and this just isn't good. 45, you will then get this secret kick message, being kicked from the game. Very carefully depicted. This is the disconnected message you will receive once you reach the end of the gallery. 46 here, let's lighten up the load a little bit and put in another code. This one is just called Fashion. A very simple code to add and kind of lightens up the mood. 47, there's only 2 badges in the gallery game. So let's dive into 48 and look at the first badge you will get. You get this one, like I said, by walking to the end of the hallway once the monster jump scares the player and you get kicked from the game saying don't go too far deep. That's when you receive that one. The next one, which is 49, is the Vendetta. You get this badge, like I said, through walking through the upside down painting of Lana. Once you do this, you will face the Vendetta rules and get the badge. 50 and final is the code Lana, just Lana. I thought this was the perfect code to end it on, just Lana as a code. And there is 50 secrets, a lot surrounding the Lana lore, kind of broken down into little segments. I might make another one of these secrets because they are far many more secrets than just 50 in Dress to Impress, and I could do a lot of cool things surrounding tips as well. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do hit the like button and subscribe, okay? These videos do take some time to make, but I wanted to get this one to you guys today, and hopefully this goes up on my birthday, so I'll see you guys in the next one.